Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian, welcoming you once again to the show. I'm kind of chuckling to myself because I've recorded every one of these intros for all 5 of these episodes back to back to back. And let me tell you, I don't know how many of these things I've deleted as I try to come up with something new or just try to think of something that's different. But here it is. This is finally it. This is the final episode of our Sweetness run through, episode 5. And let me tell you that I thought this was going to end on episode 3. And the way that these guys stitched together their investigation and helped me get creative as we were playing, bringing things in that were not in my outline. And I got to tell you, I wish every handler or GM or DM or judge or ref or anybody else out there that runs games, I hope you guys have players like these two guys, because these guys are amazing. Samwise, Tone Dog, as we bring episode 5 to a close of this scenario, Sweetness, I just got to say thank you for taking your time, spending an afternoon with me, which was well over 5 hours, and I hope you had as much fun playing this as I had running it for you guys. So I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. Just want to let you know that this is the conclusion of our Sweetness run through. I hope the agents get everything they deserve at the end of this episode. Who knows? Let's find out. Don't forget, subscribe to the show on YouTube at Roll the Hard 20. Find us on all of our famous podcast apps that are out there. I'm not going to go through the list again. They're in the show notes. They're on the previous 4. I'm actually getting cottonmouth saying these intros over and over again. I know I can take a break, take a drink, have a beer, go lounge out by the pool. I'm not going to do that. Got to get this done for you guys. So let's warm up our dice and top off our glasses. Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents episode 5 of our Sweetness conclusion. Enjoy, everybody. You guys ready to bring this on home?
We're ready to bring it.
Sorry, I mean,
get my dice so I can shake it when we start doing the announcement.
So you guys come quite a ways in this AP, man.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, we're actually running it from front to rear, man, all the way through like a runaway train.
That's the way I prefer it.
You guys ready to lead it in?
Let's do it.
We are ready.
Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian, welcoming you once again to another episode of our Delta Green scenario, Sweetness, episode 5. And with me, the hard slingers of yore.
Yeah.
Tone Dog, Samwise, my brothers. So, quick recap, you guys have managed to make your way to Chicago, where you found Sarah Garrison's apartment completely in disarray. You found an invoice that linked her to a storage facility that was in the lower part of town. You guys took a cab there, managed to get the clerk there to let you in. You found inside this 20 by 15 foot storage facility a sleeping bag, a bucket of piss, a chair, and this obsidian
obelisk
that just is sitting in the middle of the room, completely dormant but all black. As you turn around preparing to leave, you saw this gun come out from around the corner, pop the clerk in the head, and there stood Sarah Garrison. You immediately ran right into action, locked her up, put her in an armbar, held her chin back. Agent Adesso, you stripped the gun from her, so now you are now armed, and you are now trying to get some answers from her, and she's begging you to let her go so she can be with her children, because they were so important for her to complete the rituals that she has been performing to Yog Sothoth.
Yeah, it's a TH, a strong Toth. Strong Yog
Sothoth. So you're locked up with her. She's looking at the obelisk, needing to get to it.
I believe what I would like to do now is, were there any more questions we had, Agent Odessa?
We wanted to know about sweetness. We wanted to ask her about sweetness and then show her the symbol if she had anything to do with it, if she has any compatriots or Confederates or other cult members in Florida. How did the mark get on the door?
You're gonna have to
do that. I'm holding her. So
persuade.
Sure.
Do a persuade on that.
Persuade.
And I can do that as well.
Okay.
If he fails.
I got a 30% chance, so this probably won't go very well.
You got it.
And I got a 61. So yeah, I'm not persuading nobody.
She
What
looks
is
at
she
you
doing
defiantly, Adesso.
Mm-hmm.
She's still looking at the both of you as he's asking her these questions. She's diverting her attention between the both of you and the piece of obsidian that's in the storage. You guys are actually in front of the storage area. That's where I'm imagining all this went down.
The dude's there too, Special Agent.
Special Agent Dead Body? Yeah, he's still there.
Special Agent friggin' Tornado Head.
Yeah. Special Agent Melon.
So I will keep holding her and say, using a persuade check. Listen, do you want your children alive or dead? What is this symbol? Oh, 94. That's a fail.
She's alive or dead. The only purpose they serve is to get me closer to my lord.
All right. It's time to do a choke out on this woman.
Okay.
Is that a strength?
Yes,
her strength?
Make your strength.
Okay. 60. Oh, yeah, I made it. 69, one below 70.
So you've got her arm locked up, and then you bring your hand above her shoulder, come around her front, across her throat, and spin her back around. Put her in the double lapel.
Dream of your dark god.
Within 2 seconds, she's out cold. Do you maintain that grasp?
Yeah, I want her out.
Like dead out?
No, like
no, she's out now. If you maintain the grip, though, she'll die.
Well, I assume that I know there's a threshold. I want to make sure she's out for not for good.
Yeah, she's out. She falls unconscious.
We call Heisenberg, let him know the situation. Ask him, can you send a cleanup crew to get this obelisk?
Do you have the key to the storage facility?
Yes, we do.
We're in.
Yeah, we're in the facility. That we've got the keys on the security guard clerk.
Do you want to see a picture of this thing?
What does the clerk say?
Oh, he's dead.
She took him out.
Mm-hmm.
She got the drop on him.
How did she do that?
She had a gun. She's
the gun?
out now. We have her now. We figure we can arrange it to look like, well, she did take out the clerk and then took out herself, if that's what we need to do. Otherwise, she's out now and we could lock her in here with the thing, but that doesn't sound like the right thing to do.
What does this thing look like?
Did you
send him a picture?
Send him a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. It rebukes light.
24. I know what this thing is. You do not lock her in the room with it. I don't want her anywhere near it. I need one of you to go procure a car while the other one watches her, and then put her in the trunk of the car. Put his dead body in the room with the obelisk, but do not leave her in the room with it.
Okay. We'll bind her up. Are there things in the room that we can use to tether, or not tether, bind her up and gag her and all that?
Sleeping bag, some old clothes, dirty panties, stuff like that. You'd have to shred. You'd have to shred up some of her old clothes to make that happen.
We can tie her up, zip her up, and put her in the bag, and then one of us can get the car from the clerk.
Okay.
He won't be needing it, and we'll put her in the trunk because I assume he has a car and keys there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I didn't even think about the clerk.
Yeah.
We want to sweep the office too, make sure there was no video cameras Or if we can do that, I'm sure the hallways are monitored. I'm sure the office was monitored. We gotta. Well,
There are cameras.
or what's his name? Heisenberg can do that, right?
He's not in Chicago though.
Well, a cleanup crew, I'm sure, could do that. I mean, otherwise we can do it.
I need you to make sure that if there's anybody that has any data on this incident, that you try to get it before we send anybody that way. Like I said, I don't know who this Anna handler is, and I don't know which way things are going to start falling once they do.
Time to call her.
We'll search the clerk for keys, and then go down and pull the hard drive on the security video surveillance, turn it off, or CD, whatever it is they've got, whatever recording device they got. Just take the whole thing.
Okay, so you go through and get all the stuff.
Right. And it's probably time to give Anna a call and let her know what happened, right?
I don't know about that.
Well, how he said he wants information on her.
Well, let's get this all situated first.
After that is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. So it takes about 10-15 minutes. You put her in the back of the car. I'm assuming you push his dead body into the storage facility, bring it down, lock it up. What is your next play?
Well, Heisenberg says he's sending a cleanup crew, correct?
He'll get somebody out there at some point.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about whether or not leaving the key inside the storage facility or not. It's the key itself in the lock so that they know. We don't have to cut it open so they can restore it with the lock.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would be more concerned about whether or not you left anybody to have access to whatever's in there.
Well, we lock it up and we keep the key, then there's no worry. They can bolt cut it open.
That sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so we got the woman. We've isolated the obelisk. Let's call Heisenberg and tell him we're done.
Did you ever give that Bernier individual your phone numbers or no?
Pardon me?
No.
Okay.
No, we again, those vectors, we don't want to add. We said we would be in contact with them, so we can call them.
Okay. So you're calling Heisenberg now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Adesso?
We've got her isolated in the trunk of the car. We've secured the storage facility. It's ready for cleanup, and we've isolated and removed all recording media so that everybody's clear once they get here.
Who has the burner phone, by the way?
Adesso.
The Anna one, yeah.
As you're telling him this and bringing him up to speed, that burner phone starts to vibrate in your pocket.
I tell Heisenberg that Anna's calling me.
Keep him on the line.
Put me on speaker, and let's see what she has to say.
Okay. I whip open the phone. I put it on speaker too, Adesso.
Adesso, is Ichi Maru there?
Yes.
I'm here.
Where are the two of you now?
We're investigating a lead. I don't want to give away our location.
Well, obviously it's nowhere near Tampa, because from my understanding, the Bernier family just called the local sheriff's department saying that their oldest son just disappeared.
We were following up on his ex.
Well, all I know is that his father called in frantic mode, saying that there's something in the house that's stalking them right now. I need you to get over there in 10 minutes, tops.
To their house in Tampa.
Yes, Tampa.
Will do.
Give me a report when you get there, and the line goes dead.
Okay.
Heisenberg?
Well, I think that's going to be one hell of a magic trick, Adesso.
I don't give a fuck. The whole point is just get her off our back. She's obviously not helping us out. And I don't know what the deal is on this particular case manager. Obviously, she should have had the same information you did. She should have been sending us to Chicago. She should have been doing the follow-up on this to help us with our mission. She's obviously involved. She knew all about Yog Sagash. She knew all about sweetness. She knew all about it. There's nothing she didn't know other than the symbol on the door. So she's obviously involved. And the fact
that
Anna didn't tell us.
I don't know her level of culpability at this point. but I would be concerned as to how many people are looking to see the two of you not succeed at this. At any rate, though, whatever she said is going on at the Bernier residence, I think that we need to get over there.
We'll see you in 6-7 hours.
I'll get you a top priority. I'll have somebody bumped off a flight. We'll get you in there as fast as we can, but I need you to get over to the what's the name of that motherfucking place?
Cabrini Green.
No, it ain't.
No.
You be talking to me like that. Actually, I had it written down.
I have it. We got to get back to.
Yeah, we'll let the players handle this handler.
We'll get your ass back to the airport. Chicago O'Hare International Airport.
Okay.
Okay. I'll have your tickets ready for you when you get there. In the meantime, I'm on my way to Tampa as we speak.
What do you want me to do with the gun that she used to kill the clerk?
Dump it. Dump it fast. I don't want anything traced back to you. Make sure you make that thing sterilized.
We'll love to do that with the clerk's car.
Where is her body, you said?
In the trunk.
She's not dead yet, unless you want that to happen.
Make it happen. I'll see you in Tampa. Out.
Got it.
Line goes dead.
Well, now, if she's still asleep, Polly will take the gun, put the sleeping bag over her head, put it up on her chin.
Okay.
The gift of mercy.
Gift of mercy costs you 2 points of sanity each. I need you to make a sanity roll as well as you watch this happen.
Oh, I was looking the other way. So I roll under my current. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, 51. I had 50.
You take 1 point of sanity damage as well, knowing that you killed somebody that may or may not have been evil, but still the taking of another human life. Even though you should be accustomed to it, I don't think anybody gets used to that.
No, she was an innocent, kind of. She was mentally
You want
unwell.
2? That's how you get
She
2 points of
tortured her
sanity.
kids.
Don't make me give
I
you
don't have
3.
much of a problem with it.
So, you guys make your way in the clerk's car, I'm assuming, to the airport?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Got
clean
some wheels
everything,
now.
dump our shit that we have along the way. Knife, flashlights, whatever.
Okay. Make your way onto the airplane. You eventually make your way back into Tampa International. Your car is waiting for you there with all of your goods.
What
Right
time
now,
are we at
it's
now?
probably about 1:30 in the morning.
I was going to say, yeah.
Starting to creep up on exhaustion at this point.
We don't sleep on the flight?
Would you be able to?
Like a baby. I had my Bischoff cookies and a decaf coffee. I'm good, man.
All right. Well, I stand corrected then.
Even busted one out in the bathroom.
Ooh, damn. Thinking of Odesso.
Thinking of the corpse.
Okay, so I imagine you guys probably caught a few winks on the plane, but it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get in. Get behind the wheel. Tampa International is maybe 20 minutes at most from the residence of the Bernier family.
Ollie, we have to imagine that there's going to be locals all over this place.
But we arm up with the stuff we've got in our trunk.
Okay.
And we check each other out to make sure we're all clean. No blood, no weird stuff.
I have no blood. Maybe urine stains, but
Makes ourselves look as good as possible.
that's sterile.
So you and your suits
Yeah.
pull up into the residential neighborhood in Northridge of the Bernier family. And you do see that there are 2 cruisers out front. The lights are on. The house, not the cruisers. You see the father, the mother, and the daughter are on the front lawn. They are in hysterics. Something about Chad. Can't find Chad. Chad's nowhere in the house. This is what you walk up to. And there's 2 uniforms talking with them.
Okay. Polly, let's execute a little bit more decorum than normal in this situation.
Execute?
We don't want to
Execute
escalate
attacking.
it. No, not execute. Let me take
Oh.
that back. I choke him out. No. Yeah. Okay. We approach and try to make sure that Mr. Bernier sees us and see if he'll.
And as the two of you approach, the officers look in your direction, and they actually kind of take a step back, put a hand on their sidearm with their palms out front. Whoa! Hold it right there. Who are you?
Well,
Come no
executing all decorum. Holding hands up, showing the thing.
And Tim Bernier looks at you and says, "No, wait. These are the agents that were here earlier today that I was telling you about." Oh, you're the feds. Oh, I didn't realize this had become a federal jurisdiction.
Any potential hate crimes are investigated by the FBI officers. Is there anything that you can tell us? We're coming in right now.
Well, I don't know if this warrants a hate crime, but honestly, I think that has something to do with another part of the department. Right now, we're called here because there's a missing teenage boy. And
is there any information you can give us? Perhaps with our resources, we can help find him. Chad, it is.
Well, from our understanding, apparently the boy went upstairs to use the restroom, and there was some clamoring, a lot of yelling coming from the bathroom, and then it got real quiet. A few minutes later, the father had gone into the restroom. The door was locked. He busted it open and found the restroom to be completely empty, window closed and locked from the inside. We've already canvassed the house as well as the partitioning neighbors, and we haven't found the young man at all.
Do you mind if we talk to the family?
Not at all.
So we should talk to the parents. We should talk to Dad.
Yeah, he saw us. So is he beckoning us over? Are we going towards him? Or I'd like to talk to him alone.
The parents and the 10-year-old daughter are next to the two officers that are on the lawn still. And you got to remember, it's like 1:30 in the morning right now.
Yeah.
So it's, even though it's August and it's humid in Florida, I mean, it's still, woo, goddamn.
Yeah. All the alligators are sweating. Got it.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So he told the local authorities to kind of, hey, it's okay. These guys are cool.
All right, so we approach him.
Well, he sees you two, and he's like, these are two feds that were questioning me earlier today. So,
okay,
all right.
Can we? Is there a way we can approach just him, or is it him, his wife, and daughter? Where is his daughter? I don't remember you mentioning her.
They're all together.
Yeah, the son's the one that's missing right now.
Right. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So,
what do you want to do? You want to pull him away? Because right now,
Mr. Bernier, can we talk somewhere not outside, sir?
He looks at Evelyn, and she's like, "Go ahead, honey. I'll keep an eye on Caitlin here, and I'll stay with the officers." Is that all right, officers, if I go talk to these two? And they just kind of wave him off.
Okay, so we go into the house.
Sure. Tell me where you want to take him.
Just into the living room.
Okay.
Area, and say, all right, Mr. Bernier, we've recently come back from Chicago.
The fuck you doing in Chicago?
We've information that your wife.
Agent. Sorry. What the fuck are you doing?
We have information that your wife potentially is involved in this, and now we need
Evelyn?
to cut yes, we need to. No, your ex-wife.
My ex-wife? The hell Sarah got to do with any of this?
We need to cut all the formalities now and find out, is there anything you haven't told us?
Now, are you on the front porch, or are you
No, we're in the house, we said.
Okay.
Right? Away from the cops, away from the family and all that.
Okay.
Your son now is missing. We need to do everything possible to ensure the safety of your wife now and your daughter. Is there anything you haven't said or anything they haven't told us that you need to know? We need to...
He holds his head in his hands. He's, look, like I said, I don't talk to Sarah anymore, not since I won custody of the kids. She was doing a lot of strange things with them at night, cutting on them.
This is all related to it too, sir.
I don't know what she was mixed up in, being on the force. assumed that she had some thing going on with her partner at the time until he wound up dead from those crack addicts or whatever. It just, things spiraled out of control after that. I just watched her whole life deteriorate. I couldn't wait anymore. She was causing problems for me and the kids. And yeah, he's just holding his head, and he kind of turns his back to you to go deeper into the house. And he
don't turn your back on me.
He turns to the right back into the formal living room where you guys were sitting earlier that day. And he walks in a few feet, and he stops in front of the coffee table, and he looks up. And right in front of the mirror, in front of the fireplace, the three of you see this dark silhouette entity standing there. Right
in the reflection or standing there?
Standing in the room, right in front of you. You can't really ascertain if it's looking at one of you, all of you, none of you. From where you're standing, it doesn't even look like it's three-dimensional or two-dimensional. It looks as though it's stacked on itself. It's disorienting to say the least.
And he sees it.
All three of you see that.
Okay.
It looks at you each, or you assume it looks at you, and it jams across the living room at a remarkable speed and tries to grab you.
It's go time.
It is time right now. I need to see what your resistance is for that.
Resistance?
Against the grab. It reaches across the room and grabs.
Yeah, what am I rolling against?
You're going to do a strength check.
Oh, okay. I want to roll close to my thing. I rolled a total of 72. I missed.
Okay, it grabs you.
And now I have
2 points of physical damage, and I need you to make a sanity check as well.
Okay, sanity. Made it, 22.
Okay.
Oh, it's a success.
Yes, you don't take any damage on that. It grabs you, and you feel it start to pull back in the direction it came from. Paulie, you and Tim Bernier watch this happen at the same time. What are you going to do, Paulie?
I'm gonna draw my 44 mag, and I'm going to try and shoot it, but I don't want to just aim and shoot it. I want to get close enough that I can
touch
the barrel in such a way that it's not covering each. So when I pull the trigger, if I miss, it doesn't hit him.
Okay.
If I can't do that, then I'll figure out something else. How do we want to do it? Just roll the.
You gotta roll. You gotta roll your firearms.
All right, roll my firearms. Firearms is 56, and I dropped a die on the floor. I'm back. All right, I got a 51.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So this bullet goes. You see the bullet strike through the target and into the wall behind it, as though it passed. Didn't even slow it down.
Okay. Well, this is not good.
Do I get an attack at all, or?
Well, we're gonna go by dex now.
Just Mr.
What is your dex?
15.
Well, your dex was 15. I got to see what its dex was. Give me half a moment here. Yes, you go, and then it will go.
Am I able to break free?
Actually, hang on a second before you go.
Okay. The
Bernier.
dad? Yeah.
Because he would go last in the lineup. Actually, runs towards the front door, and in his frantic, he can't seem to get the door to work. You know, he's yelling for the officers in here. There's something in here. This thing. You know, and he's yelling, but in the moment, it's almost as though it just took too much for him to deal with.
Well, they heard a shot too, right?
They did hear a shot.
This thing is not tangible, Tone.
And he takes 4 points of sanity damage.
This thing is darkness.
Each.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
right.
The flashlight.
I will see if my theory
and the magnesium
works.
flares.
Well,
Yeah, they were magnesium flares.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if I can get a hand free, I want to
You have
reach
a
for
hand
my
free.
light.
Okay.
Reach for my light and like just shove it right at it.
Okay.
And
I
see
want
if
you to
that
make a
does
firearms attack
Firearms.
at excuse me, at negative 20% of a called shot because of the way the beam is. You want to use the tightest portion of that beam, if that makes sense.
All right. Well, this is going to be very difficult then. So I got it. Firearms. 43. So 23.
That'll hit.
Well, no. I'm asking minus 20 is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I got to get below 23. 74. That's not a. But I got the light out.
The light is out, and you see that as you begin to make this thing arc towards it, it starts to maneuver and it changes direction to where it was going. Because originally it seemed as though it was pulling you back the way it came.
To the bathroom or towards the mirror?
Towards the mirror in the living room. But as you brought the light across, it switched directions. It then tries to pull you a few more feet. I need you to make your strength check again as it holds you.
All right.
It's still holding on.
Critical failure. That's my second double O's, dude.
You take 3 points of damage as this thing continues, as this icy pain courses through you, where it seems to have, even though it's intangible, it seems to be anchored to you. At the same time, you start to remember strange things. You start to remember previous unnatural entities that you've had to deal with, similar to the things that have been haunting you for the past 8 weeks. You remember that thing in the septic tank. You remember this flying creature that was ripping people's spines out. You remember that Dr. Hissler and the warpage of the time and everything, and the Aklo language. And most of all, you remember being hit and chewed on by that dinosaur. And you can't help but like pull on your shirt a little to where that pain was at. Adesso, you watch as in his frustration, Ichimaru pulls his shirt off. You just see his flexible body, and you see all these scars on his body where he had sometime during the last weeks or whatever had his tattoos removed, burned off. And you see new tattoos that have taken the place on top of the scar tissue. Ichimaru, what do these things look like?
The tattoos that I now have reflect the situations we had before. On my back, we have the crazy beast that was the spine eater. On the front, I have the raptor's tattooed head that was on, that head was chomping on me. All the elements that we have faced, the tattoos previously from my clan have been removed, and now these are taking the place of it.
And they ripple as he's flexing and fighting this what seems to be an incorporeal entity, but they almost seem to move with a life of their own. What are you going to do, Paulie?
I take the flashlight that I have out and I shine it on the thing that's got each.
Okay.
Do I need to make a percentage for that?
You need to roll it like as if you're using a firearm.
Got
because
it.
even though you're hitting it with the light, you want to hit it with the hottest part of that light.
I gotcha.
Do it.
47. That will hit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to take 20 off that?
Yeah.
Why that?
Oh, no, you don't.
Because he's not being held.
Yeah, okay, he's not being held.
Yep,
roll your
47.
damage.
Fuck yeah. What does a flashlight do?
What is a flashlight do?
That damage is going to do one 1d8, because you know what I'm going to say? It's a light pistol.
I got a whopping 1 point of damage.
Oh, jeez.
I need the positive flow of the brethren present. That seems to bring out better rolls.
We are here in spirit.
In spirit, yeah. The corpulence is not enough.
Ichimaru.
All right. I'm still held, so I have the negative 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
A flashlight like this that moves up and down to get the focus in. Yeah. And then,
Fucking 12, dude. Woo!
dude.
There you go. Roll your damage.
You said 1d6?
I think I said, what did I say?
Still a
Tom?
D8?
1d8. 6.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's some rolling.
Woo!
At that point,
Does he let go?
it lets go of you. And then
All
it
right.
goes straight for Adesso.
Time for those flares, dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your strength check as it attempts to grab you.
Okay, so I go under my strength. Is that correct? I got to go under 60. Nope. It grabs me because I rolled an 85.
It grabs you, and I'm going to need you to make a sand check as well as you take
Okay.
4 points of damage from this icy grip.
The sanity check. What do I check against?
It's,
Just roll under the sanity we have or a regular.
Yeah, roll under your sanity, your
Okay.
current sanity score.
Gotcha. And 65. So wait a minute.
No.
Like current sanity or what it was?
Current.
Okay, yeah, I take sanity damage.
You take 1 point of sanity damage as it
What,
grabs you, and you feel the same kind of tug that Ichimaru felt as
Mm-hmm.
it begins to pull you back towards the large bay mirror over the fireplace. In the meantime, Mr. Bernier wings open the door, and he stands on the porch yelling for Evelyn and his daughter to run. Run! It's loose in the house. Gotta get out of here. And so he runs past. I mean, he looks bonkers at this point. And you see the two police officers rush into the house and look at that, and they each need to make a sanity save. One of them fails. Takes
Shoots
4
himself.
points of sanity.
Mm-hmm.
You see a puddle of urine begin to form at his feet, and he crumples to the floor in a fetal position of seeing that. His partner tries to grab him to pull him out of the door with one hand while he has a pistol in the other, trying to aim at this dark entity that has you, Paulie.
A lot of help there.
Now,
What
I
do you
still
think?
have my flashlight, right? Can I shine? Again, the same kind of thing, under 20. So I need an under 36 in order to get it, right?
But you got to do it with a negative 20% because it's
Yeah.
holding you. Go ahead.
My normal
36.
firearms is 56 minus 20, under 36. Let's see if I can do it. And I rolled a cool 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll your D8.
And my D. 8 points.
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess
Ichimaru.
it performs well in clinch.
All right. So out of game, Tony, you think I should smash the mirror?
I'm thinking that's a good idea. Yes. Yes. I think you should smash the mirror, shoot it. You've got the 9mm, pull
Well,
it out.
I got the light. I can just smash it,
Yeah, but your distance, you got to cover the distance and then smash.
It pulled me near it.
Good point. Good point.
Am I near enough the mirror to smash it, Ryder?
No, you are not. You're still at least 12 feet away. You would have to hurl something at it.
Or shoot it. You got
Well,
the
I don't have my gun drawn, and my gun stuff is
You
not
have the
my.
flashlight in one hand, gun in the other, and just pop. You're hitting.
Yeah,
the
well,
mirror. It's not like
what I'm getting at is my firearms is only 43, where my hand to hand is. Fuck, I should just punch it.
you still got to cross the distance.
A fucking running around kick.
Jumping flying sidekick,
yeah,
man.
let's do that.
All right, go ahead and roll your
All right,
your
let's
unarmed
see.
attack against
Yeah,
that.
unarmed is 55. Let's fucking
But the mirror's not moving. It's an inanimate
33
object.
success. A critical success.
You see this
Puts his foot through the wall and stays there.
shirtless Asian man with a flashlight in his hand leap up straight, sail across 12 feet with this flying sidekick, strike the mirror. The mirror shatters to the ground in hundreds of pieces, and Paulie, for the briefest of moment, you feel the tugging sensation stop.
Counter.
It actually starts going the other direction towards the staircase. And I need you to make
Bathroom
another
mirror.
strength check.
Got it. Another strength checks.
Bathroom mirror.
41, which is under 60. So yeah.
Okay.
All right,
and
I got me a coin,
I have
dude.
a 14, so it actually releases you
Got
at
it.
this time.
Cool.
Shine it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna shine my light on it.
And you're released, so you got your light gun skill all the way up.
Yeah, under 56. Hit it again.
33.
Jeez, 82.
Sorry.
So he fumbles the flashlight up, and then can he also yell something?
What are you gonna yell?
What are you going to do?
It's going for the bathroom mirror. Or I just say bathroom mirror.
All right. Well, okay.
Okay.
Real quick. Go ahead, Ryder.
The officer looks at this thing in disbelief, the one that's still got his faculties, and shoots at it
Okay. Whatever. Maybe it's another target.
with a 1.
Oh, that's a hit?
So it actually hits, but it goes right through and
Oh.
right into the wall. At that point, when he sees that it doesn't do anything, he's going to make a sanity roll
Sorry, sir.
for a 6, and he stays vertical. He stays with his shit.
Awesome. Stay focused, officer. We
Yeah,
got
there
this.
we go.
What are you going to do each?
So where is it compared to me and the stairs to the mirror and all that?
You're closer to the mirror. Imagine the room is 20 feet long. You're
Okay.
right in front of the mirror.
Yeah, so I broke that.
It's at about the 15-foot mark, 5 feet more to the staircase, which would lead up. Paulie, you're at about the 10-foot mark, so it left you and went 5 feet. But this thing seems to move really, really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's moving 5 feet at a time or whatever. It's almost like it's swimming through the air, and even though it could probably leave at any time, it's probably looking for something else too. What are you going to do each?
So when I broke the mirror, what did that do to it again?
It changed
It shocked it,
directions.
right?
No, it just changed directions. It
Okay.
seemed like it was going towards the mirror with you
Okay.
originally in its hand, and then Paulie in his hand.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to. Well, I can move towards the upstairs mirror, and I can still shine the light on it, right?
Yeah, but it's going to get to the mirror before you do.
So it is going to the mirror, is what you're saying.
No, it's going up. Don't trick me like that. It's going towards the oven now.
Okay, well, I guess that I will use. I'll use my gun or my firearms and try to blast it with my flashlight. What about flares there, Cosmo? I didn't grab any. I know you did.
Yep. Well, that'll be my next round.
Okay.
I'll just throw a flare at it, which will probably burn the house down, but say la vie.
Well, you don't have to throw it. You can just.
Yeah, that's
In
an
that
omnidirectional kind of thing, so that may work.
But it's ahead of you, so if you're
Oh.
looking at using it to corral it, it has passed you.
It's past me.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, maybe you'll have to throw it in front of it on the stairs, and we'll burn this whole place to the ground.
That may happen.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to wound it again with my Duracell. Okay, firearms is 43. 66, miss.
Okay. It moves up the stairs. It's about halfway up as it starts to look for other venues. You get the feeling that it's looking for something that's closer by,
Yeah. Other mirrors, bathrooms, stuff like that.
possibly.
Huh.
It looks behind it and sees right at the base of the stairs the officer, and immediately beelines down towards the officer and grabs him.
Oh, it comes down the stairs. Good.
74. This is the officer. 79. He is actually grabbed at that point.
Magna blasted,
1
dude.
point of damage. Caught that thing barely. And he needs to make a sand check. And he fails his sanity.
You hung
Now
in
he
there for
shit
as long as
himself
you
too?
could.
2 points. You see the officer drop his gun as he's grabbed by this thing, almost as though he's trying to pull this thing off of him. Paulie.
I'm going to move to the stairs and light a flare.
Below
Just
it?
jam it into it.
Oh, it's actually right around the staircase. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll light the flare, and I want to get between the
Shove it in
stairs.
it.
I want to corral it. I don't want it going up the stairs, so I want to maneuver, light the flare, and point it, and just
Okay.
get between the stairs and it, so it can't go up the stairs. If I can
Okay.
do that.
So you get between it and the stairs because it's right in the foyer where the officer was.
Yeah.
You slip in behind it, between it and the staircase, fire off your flare,
Yep.
and you hold your position. Each, what are you going to do?
I guess the only thing is to do is you've got it blocked from the stairs unless it's going to run outside for mirrors in the cop cars or something. Real quick, do I remember anything when looking through the house? Any other mirrors other than what was in the living room area?
There were other. You don't remember seeing other mirrors, other than in the little girl's room, the bathroom, the mirror over the fireplace. But there were several other reflective surfaces that it looks like it's trying to look towards.
It could be going into a dish or a shiny platter or something like that.
Glass.
Hopefully this flare will stop that.
Well, it doesn't seem to be going past you yet. So,
Got it.
each, what are you going to do?
What do you think, Town? Should I run up and? Well, it doesn't seem like it's going to go up the stairs now. Should I just keep attacking it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Unless I can get you a flare, but I mean that would be an action on my part. It's your time. I'd hit it with the flashlight again. It's now entangled with the cop, so.
All right. Yeah. Does that have any kind of bonus for it being? Well, I guess it's not held necessarily.
No, it's not held.
Okay. Firearms 43. 43 exactly.
Right on. All right.
Yeah. 1 to 8. 1 to 8. 3.
It releases the officer. And goes for you again, each. Roll your strength check.
$40.
40?
That's 30 under.
30 under. Okay. You manage to push get out of its way as it grabs you and pull yourself back to where it doesn't get you.
Whew.
Paulie. This thing looks frantic if you were to make an assertion.
Hit it. Magnesium flare, right?
Yeah, can I hit it with the flare?
Make an unarmed attack with it as though you were
It'd be
using
melee
a
weapon,
knife.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, that's...
Yeah, I got an under 40 for that.
Well, maybe just shine it then. I don't know. Well, no, we got to hit this thing.
Well, it's like you got this flare, and it's like,
Yeah. If anything, would that be unarmed rider, or is that going to be a melee weapon?
Well, it's the type of attack, though.
yeah, but the flare is a radiant light. It's omnidirectional.
Yeah, but are you trying to hit it with that, though? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I need to in order to
Then
damage
use
it.
melee weapon. You would use melee weapon.
I'd put it in its keister, dude.
Yeah. Well, I got a 30% chance with melee. I would have done better with unarmed.
I'll do unarmed.
Well, all I need to do is get the light near it because the flashlight's been doing a pretty good job of hurting it, and we didn't even touch it with that. So
Well, you still had to roll to hit it with the...
with the beam,
The brightest
yeah,
part
with
of the beam, so-
omnidirectional radiant light. How close?
Yeah, but it's
I
not
think of it-
focused, though. You'd have to actually touch it with that portion of it for it to get the full effect. That's all I'm saying. Use the melee, like as if
All
you
right,
were
use the
using a
melee.
knife or
I
something.
got a coin if we need it.
I got
Roll
under
low.
30. I need under 30. And we are at 22.
Ah,
All right, do 1d6.
it does less than the flashlight.
Because it... Shut up.
2 points. Wait, isn't it
Hotter
22 a
bird.
critical success?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Roll twice.
Roll twice.
2
okay.
damages.
Oh, I didn't get my critical. We'll
You
pass
got your
that,
critical
yeah.
failure, slob.
No, but I did a critical hit the last time, didn't I?
Okay, I got it. I got another 2, so I did grand total of 4 points.
When you're done, can I give that to my son?
Ichimaru.
All right. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to blast him with my beams. 30. Perfect 30. Got him. 1 to 8. 7. Woo!
Oh, right on.
Lightsaber in this bitch.
And that's exactly what it seems like. As you two corral this thing, hitting it with the light beams, these magnesium flares, these high energy magnesium producing, or what was the type of light that had? That was in that green box. You remember what it was?
I can look it
Yeah,
up.
magnesium flare is what it said.
No,
and
not
there was
the
also
flare.
a mag
Yeah.
torch. The one he got was a real big mag torch.
That mag torch
Yeah,
light that
Yeah.
you assail this thing between the mag torch light and these magnesium flares eventually just start wearing and whittling this shadow entity down. Ichimaru, this is going to be one hell of a tattoo that you're going to have put on your body as this final beam of light seems to just disintegrate this thing as it even tries to sink itself into the little particles of the broken mirror that were in front of the fireplace. Anything to try to escape this wrath that these two humans are imposing on it. And you see it just begin to disintegrate, get lighter and lighter, and eventually dissipate altogether. The house gets real quiet, except for this panting from these two officers at the front. This whimpering, almost a pathetic cry. They sound like dogs caught in wolf traps.
Maybe we should go check the upstairs bathroom, see if the boy returned.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go upstairs.
Yeah.
Open
Yeah.
the
Each goes
bathroom
upstairs.
door.
I'll stay down here with the officers
Yeah.
and everyone else to keep them calm and corralled. And nothing to see here.
I still got the beam going too.
The flat. I still got the flare.
waterproof high beam mag torch flashlight.
So each you slowly open the bathroom door, light on high,
Yeah.
sweeping it arcs, looking behind the toilet, anywhere. You don't see anything, you don't see any creature, and you don't see Chad.
All right.
Look in the mirror.
I'll open the medicine cabinet. If he's not in there, what else can I do?
I did everything.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. Is there anything in the mirror? If I
He is
shine
not in
light
the mirror. There's nothing in the mirror at all. You just see this reflection of yourself that you look wiped. You look like you've seen
half white.
shit. That's a cup half full or what? You looked as though you've been through the ringer. You almost don't even recognize your own face. You feel like you've aged just in the last 24 hours.
It's a long day. Okay. You can go with Odessa, but I want to do a quick sweep of the room, check the girls' room, check the bathroom mirror in the girls' room, or the mirror in the girls' room if there's one, the bathroom mirror in the parents' room.
Okay, and you're upstairs doing your quadrant search.
Yeah.
Odessa, you find yourself in the front area, the front foyer. Doors open. You can see Evelyn trying to comfort Tim Bernier on the grass out front. You see their little daughter is close by, and then you see a car pull up. It's a Charger. You see a burly man get out with the gray-haired buzz cut. Looks around, sees you in the entryway, and you immediately recognize his gait as he makes his way towards the house. Odesso. Where's Ichimaru?
He's upstairs looking for the boy who's gone missing from the closed door. We encountered an entity and we took care of it. We've got 2 officers down inside that saw it and lost it. The man here, his name is Tim. He saw it too and also lost it. The female didn't, and neither did the little girl. Yeah, she's deaf, by the way, so she's probably not clued in on what's going on. We're looking for a 16-year-old boy who disappeared from a locked bathroom upstairs. Things seem to go into reflections. Wanted to pull us into a mirror when it attacked us. Shapeless, it was a shadow, a living shadow, it seemed. It would grab and pull toward a mirror. So we shattered the mirror downstairs, and then it seemed to want to go upstairs to the mirror in the bathroom, but we killed it before it could do that.
Each, you've done your entire canvas upstairs, nothing in any of the other mirrors, and you make your way back down as Adesso is finishing talking to Heisenberg, and you hear Heisenberg say, with that particular piece of obsidian, it would appear that Garrison had taken that from that raid that she had dealt with that cult. Apparently it was a cult of Yas. And from my understanding, from what the tech boys are saying back there at that storage facility, it would appear that she's been going into this stone every night and occupying this creature. Unfortunately, when she wasn't able to enter the stone this evening, the creature was still in the house. And it was set loose because it had nobody to control it. And I think that's what you guys were dealing with. But it would, from everything else that I could tell, it would seem that this Sarah Garrison, she suffered some intense insanity because every time she went into the stone, it broke her resolve down that much more to try to maintain control over this entity. All you could say is be grateful you never got sucked into one of those mirrors. As for their boy, I wouldn't put a lot of stake in finding him, and just give your best condolences to the family. In the meantime, don't stick around. I'm not going to. I'll be in touch with you two, and I won't be there for your debrief. Like I said, keep my name out of this.
What do you want us to do with Anna?
With the what?
What do you want us to do with Anna?
How do you want us to handle Anna?
Well, you're going to have to go report to her now that the mission's concluded, and she's going to want to debrief. I say you play it by ear and find out what's going on.
Did they ever, not that this means anything, did they ever switch the door out?
Yes, the door has been switched out.
Shit, a lot of luck, a lot of help that did.
So,
yeah, okay, so they're out in the front holding the dad and all that. The cops are in a puddle of piss.
Yeah, and you see, like, you would see the camera kind of pull back, and pull up in a way as you see everybody standing on the lawn, and you see Heisenberg walk away, and it kind of pulls back and then slowly fades to dark. The next morning, both of you are at the Holiday Inn, having just made a call to Anna to tell her the mission was complete, and she wanted to meet with you once again in the Pine Room.
Okay, yeah, we need to also take into account that there's 2 cops. I don't know if they sent any other vehicles out there. If anyone called in anything, we just left the family, we left the cops there, and they may be looking for a few agents. So I'm not really too keen on showing myself around.
Okay. You guys are both in the room. A few minutes later, you see Anna walk in to the conference room by herself. She sees the two of you, and she says, "Mission report, please."
Situation is taken care of. There were casualties, missing boy, but the thing that was there is taken care of.
Where did this thing come from?
From the mirrors, apparently.
How the hell did it get in the mirrors? Was it part of the residence before they moved in?
We don't know any of that. We didn't have time to follow up all sorts of leads.
Were there any other vectors left viable that have not been taken care of?
We have a couple of people that saw it, but they wouldn't be able to explain what they saw. And even if they did, no one's going to believe them anyway.
2 officers and the family itself. The son is missing.
The son is missing.
Okay. I'll make sure that the officers are relieved of duty, given disability, and made to look like crackpots as far as the family's concerned. I'll put a wrench in the work for that to make sure that the child is remitted to a foster care as I prove both parents unfit. Where were
Jeez.
you last night when you were not in Tampa?
It's confidential.
Don't fuck with me, Agent.
We went to a lead to talk with the ex-wife of Tim Bernier.
Where was this at? Why was I not notified?
She said not to call you.
We were
when
just
there was
we
emergency.
were just following a
Get
lead.
smart with me, Odesso.
We were following a lead. In this case, and it turned up empty.
Is the ex-wife a source? Is she...
Don't know. We never
made
got to
contact
talk to
with
her.
the ex-wife.
The husband said that he hadn't talked to her. We figured it'd be a great thing to follow up on, because he had said that she was abusive to the children. She had hurt them, and they were hurting right now. So usually, in most of these cases, you look to the closest who would want to do damage. So we figured that was the ex.
So she was a
Christmas
dead
tree.
end then, huh?
Didn't find her.
Okay. Well, I think that you've done your bid for the agency, and on behalf of Delta Green, we want to thank you for your help and your service.
She actually says Delta Green.
She does.
Sammy, outside the game, in all the contacts we've ever had, Heisenberg's never used the name of the organization.
No,
Has he?
but I can recall.
So
That
she
might
comes
have
right
been a
out and
slip up
says,
of our handler, though.
Huh?
Or maybe it's a clue. Oh, I
Sammy
froze. Sorry. No, I said I don't recall him ever mentioning that, but that could have been a slip up of our handler, or it's a clue.
It's a clue. Yeah.
So, well, like I said, I want to thank you for your service to Delta Green. But moving forward, we don't think we'll be using you anymore.
And why is that?
I believe that you have been compromised. I think your judgment is impaired, and that will go down in my report. And that should be that.
Well, now that you mention it, why was our case officer changed?
Now you're just opening it all up, Tom.
All right, so I guess we should just say nothing then.
I don't know. This could be fun.
As far as I'm concerned, I am your case officer. As far as you are concerned, I am your case officer.
Very well.
No longer, though, apparently.
I was your case officer. You could just as well call me Heisenberg. But that'll be a story for another time then, won't it?
I believe so. Well, thank you, and
Yes, it will.
we'll be on our way.
Very well. And she looks at both of you and she backs her way out of the door and closes the door and leaves you two both in the pine room
The kill room.
of the Holiday Inn. And that is where we will end
Oh, you dick.
Sweetness. Did you want to go into an
fun.
epilogue?
Well done,
Yeah.
brother. Sure.
Well, my thought would be to call Heisenberg and tell him what happened. Saying,
Yeah, I was
man,
gonna
she
actually-
basically burned us. Said that
I
we're
was
no
gonna
longer
roll-
Let's
assets.
keep going then.
Grappler.
We can keep going. We'll keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. You got him in your phone. Keep
Well,
going.
we
Yep.
need to make
Call
a
him up.
move and get out of here, dude.
Mhm. Well, we can make the call on the way to the airport.
Okay.
Let's
Tell
do
me,
that then.
Tell me what you do. You get out there.
Yep.
a cab,
we get our
a
stuff.
car? Okay.
We get out of the hotel. We get in the car. We're driving back to the airport, and we call Heisenberg and let him know what's going on, what happened, what she said, that we're no longer agents. She's going to put us down as compromised. She's going to put that in her report.
We need
To let
tickets
you know.
and safe extraction.
Let you know, both of you. Handlers don't interact with one another. The teams don't interact with one another. If she's put you down as inactive, I would be more concerned that you both have become a mission.
What do you mean by a mission? We would be a mission.
Means agents will be after us.
That's a very real possibility. Well, I'm not trying to make light of it. It would seem that I possibly may have become part of a mission as well. So I will do what I can on my end to course correct this before it gets out of control. Starting with dealing with her.
I knew I should have roundhoused her right there.
Where will you guys be going next?
Well, we can't return home. We can't return home. Remember?
I would advise that you do not return home. You do not get in touch with your loved ones. If you love them, this is where you'll cut the cord until we could at least arrange for your safe return and their safe receiving of you.
Well, you got a place to hold up.
I got plenty of places to hold up. We'll be fine.
Enough room for two?
Sure.
And you hear the music from like the Bourne Identity.
Yeah.
And that is where we will end.
Oh, hell. What a good ending.
On the lamb.
Now you guys are on the lam. You guys may be trouble.
Yeah. And well, I broke a mirror. That's bad luck.
Well, now it's like, okay, we don't need to go to the airport. As a matter of fact, we probably should stay off the airport.
No, we need to go somewhere. We need to drive or something.
Yeah.
We got cash, probably enough to take us to hopefully back to California if we want to go there. But I got the connections with our, I wouldn't say underworld, but not above world connections that we can find places to lay low.
Well, we will revisit those options and the places you go in the future. One of our future Delta Green scenarios, which I will go ahead and give a little behind the scenes drop of what we will be running next. Next scenario will be called Gaslight. So,
Right on. I like it. This
Does
is
my,
another episode, right? Oh,
Does my gold doubloon carry to the next one?
no, it does not. Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, leave us that 5-star rating and review. We've also got a YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20, so if you're into watching, head on over there and hit that like bell, and don't forget to subscribe. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to check us out and look for us out there. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can also download the current show directly and view our archives and galleries. We got a lot of interesting stuff posted there, so head on over. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.